Hey guys, it's John. I'm back for my last 3 questions video. Let's get started. Okay, first things first, Denver, their quarterback battle. It's a 3-way battle, and right now Mark Sanchez is in the lead, but keep an eye on Trevor. From what I hear, he's doing good, and he could jump over Sanchez towards the end of the preseason. Okay, and the thing with Paxton Lynch, I don't think he's ready just yet. Okay, he's doing good, but he has to show that he can do even better. Alright, number 2. Von Miller, what does he do for an encore after that Super Bowl MVP? I kind of want to see what he does. Does he win Defensive Player of the Year? That'd be interesting. That'd really be interesting to see him win that. Okay? I just want to see what he does for an encore. We'll find out. Okay, and the last question. Can they compete with this offense? You have questions in at quarterback. Your running back situation, you don't know exactly who's going to play, or really who's going to start. The wide receiver, you're fine there. And the line's questionable at best. Let's just find out what happens, okay? Because they have one of the top defenses, if not the top defense in all the league. Let's just see if this offense can give them enough. Okay, KC. Jamal Charles. He was off the PUP yesterday. When are we going to see him in the preseason? Are we going to see him in the second game? Are we going to see him in the third game? Are we not going to see him at all? And when we do see him, is he going to be the Jamal Charles of old? Or is he going to start to drop off a little bit? I really hope that doesn't happen. I've liked Jamal Charles ever since he came into this league. But when you're a running back, at some point, your time's up. Your top 2 pass rushers, Tom Ali and Justin Houston, they're both coming off off-season surgeries, Well, one's coming off an off-season surgery, another's coming off an ACL injury. Don't know if that was during the off-season or not. But Houston's coming off that ACL, and let's see if he can get back on the field before week 1. Tom Ali, he's not as dominant as he once was, but he's still a solid pass rusher. And if those two are out in week 1, then D Ford really has to step up. D Ford, he did take a good step last year, but he's got to take another one. Because they really need a pass rusher right now. Because their top 2, they're questionable for the regular season. And when are we going to see Eric Berry? Eric Berry, the reason he's holding out is because he wants the franchise to just give him long-term promise. Okay? I don't mean that they wanted to give him a contract this offseason, but next offseason, he doesn't want to go anywhere, so he wants to stay in KC, and he feels like they don't want him there after this season. That's probably what's going on in his head. I think they do want him, but they just got to show, they have to show him that he is in their long-term plans. Okay, Oakland, Derek Carr. Derek Carr has to show that he is now their franchise, okay? He showed that he's now their starter. But let's see if he can show that he's their franchise. That's what you got to do in your 3rd year. So right now, he's here, starter, here, franchise. Show that, Derek. Okay? The free agent signings. They signed Clitcho Semele. They signed Reggie Nelson. They signed Sean Smith. They signed Bruce Irving. Are these guys going to be what they want them to be? Reggie Nelson, they want him to be their free safety. Reggie Nelson's, he's a little up there in age. He's still got some years left. At least they hope he does. Clitcho Semele, they want him to be one of the top guards in all the league. He was very underrated in Baltimore. Let's see if he can be one of the top guards there. They want Sean Smith to be one of the starting corners. He's still relatively young, 28. He still has a lot left in him, okay? Finally, Bruce Irvin, they want him to be a pass rusher. Okay, they want him to be that pass rusher that they need. Because right now, Ald Smith, he's suspended until November at best. So, alright. So, Bruce Irvin, you got to show him that you can be a pass rusher. And finally, San Diego. Melvin Gordon, okay? Is he going to be their leading running back? Because last year, he didn't even score a touchdown. Okay? Didn't score a touchdown, had under 4 yards per carry. He has to show him that he can be a starting running back in this league and be a 1,000-yard rusher in this league. He had a great college career at Wisconsin. Now he's got to do it in the NFL. Okay, this offensive line. This offensive line is really questionable because your left tackle is questionable at best. You have a guy that was your right tackle that now is projected to be a guard. You have a new center coming in. and you still have, it's like all your spots are basically up for grabs right now. Well, except for a few, but basically most of the spots are up for grab, and you have no idea who's going to start on this line. So, can this line protect Rivers? Okay, the line's got to protect Rivers. It's got to open up lanes for Gordon. Can they do that? I don't know. I really don't. Okay, finally, when is Bosa going to sign this contract? You know, Bosa is holding out because of guaranteed money. Now, he knows how much guaranteed money he's going to get. He just doesn't know when he's going to get it. Okay? You know, what they're doing is they want him to have 2 separate payments of the guaranteed money, but he wants it all at once. Okay, and I'm not seeing what the big deal is. It's guaranteed money. You're going to get it either way. So I'm not seeing the big deal there. And they all said in language, that's only in case they cut him before his 4th year. And the only reason that they're going to cut him is that he's not a solid player. Okay, and I think he's going to be a solid player. You know, this guy just needs to sign that contract, get into camp, because he was struggling during OTAs and minicamp. And he said that he was struggling. So why are you holding out and wasting precious time when you could be getting better and showing why you were picked 3rd overall? Okay? You got to sign your contract, man. Okay? Sign the contract and get better. Okay. Arizona. How much does Carson Palmer and Larry Fitzgerald have left? Sorry about that, guys. I had to cool down a little bit. But how much do these two have left in the tank? You know, do they have another season left in them? Do they have a couple of seasons left in them? You know, Arizona wants to compete. And with these two, they are going to compete. Okay? Carson Palmer, he's shown that he can still be a good quarterback. Larry Fitzgerald, he showed last year, he's still Larry Fitzgerald. Okay? But how much longer do they have? They're not getting any younger, and they want their first Super Bowl rings. Arizona wants their first Super Bowl. Okay? Can they do it? Can they do it? We will soon find out. Okay. Tyrann Mathieu. Okay, Tyrann Mathieu, he tore his ACL again last year. So, is he going to be back to his old self, or is he going to struggle a little bit trying to get healthy? I really hope he's back to his old self. He said it was a clean tear. That's a good thing. It's a good thing when it's a clean tear. So, he's out the PUP. He's playing. And hopefully he's 100% healthy come the start of the season. And he proves why he's considered one of the best safeties in this league. Okay, and the last one is their first-round pick, Robert Ninkovich. Was he worth the risk? Okay, was he worth that risk of the first-round pick? You know, this guy was the #1 recruit coming out of high school. He signed to Mississippi. And right now he's got to prove that he was worth that risk. Because, you know, he struggled a little bit. He was a little inconsistent during his Mississippi career. And then he got into trouble his last year there, you know, in the final month of his last year. So he's just got to prove that he was worth the risk and that those days are behind him. Okay? And I think he was picking the perfect spot. Alright? I think Arizona's going to get the best they can out of him. Okay. On to the Rams. The LA Rams. Back in LA. Alright. Starts with Goff. When is he going to start? When's he going to start? You know he's probably going to start during this year, but you don't know when. You know, he struggled during OTA's minicamp. He struggled in that first preseason game. But from what his teammates are telling people, he's starting to get better. That's good. But is he ready to start? That's the question. Well, we'll see in the second preseason game. We'll see if he's getting better. Okay? The only way you can show that is if you play the game. Alright, he's got to be better than that first preseason game. It's not going to get that done in the league. That's not going to get it done in the league. Alright? So just get better. Okay? Just keep getting better, Jared. And you will be starting. Alright? The second question is the same thing with Tennessee. Their wide receivers have got to step up. No, it all starts with Tavon Austin. Tavon Austin, they want him to be the offensive weapon. But all they're doing is throwing screens to him. And Well, while that does get you yards from time to time, it's not a good way to be an offensive weapon. He needs to do multiple things in order to be that offensive weapon, and he really needs to become a better receiver. He was drafted to be a receiver, even though they wanted to be an offensive weapon. He's a receiver. Okay, he's got to get better as a receiver. Once he gets better as a receiver, that's when he'll start becoming the offensive weapon that we're probably going to see out of him. Okay, and it's not just Tavon. Okay, Brian Quick, is he finally going to show why he was drafted in the second round? Kenny Britt, can he be the number one receiver? They have all these questions that have to be answered now at receiver. They got to be answered now. Okay, and the last question, it's a short one. How are they going to adjust to LA? We already seen how they're adjusting personally, but how are they going to adjust on the field? When they're on the field, how's it going to look for them to be there? Okay, because there's a big difference between St. Louis and LA. We'll just see what happens on the field. I want to see what happens. Okay, San Francisco. First question, the quarterback battle. What were you doing, Gabbard? You should have ran away with the quarterback battle. I was very disappointed in that first preseason game. Gabbard should have ran away with it because Kaepernick wasn't starting. He's still not ready to play a game yet. He just got back on the field. But it's still an open battle because Gabbard just could not do anything right in that game. Well, not anything, but he was very consistent in that game. This contest better be over by the second week. Because if Kaepernick's not playing, Gabbard, you have got to do better. You got to do better. It's not going to get that done. That's not going to get it done in this league. Second question, Carlos Hyde. Is he going to be that starting running back that they need him to be? Okay, he struggled last year. He didn't even get 500 yards rushing last year. Is he going to be better? He's got to be better. He needs to be the starting running back that they want him to be, because if he's not, then they're just going to take one in the draft. It's about as simple as that. He's got to show this year that he can be their starting running back. And finally, the wide receiver core. Okay, Torrey Smith, he caught 33 passes after being signed out of Baltimore. Quentin Patton, he's only got 30 catches. They signed Jerome Simpson, but they don't have a lot. But that's about it. Those are all the guys that I know. And I know a lot of receivers in this league. I'm a wide receiver guy. Who's going to step up and be a part of this receiving core? Torrey's has to get more catches than 33. Quentin Patton, he's probably going to be a starter. He needs more than 30. These guys have got to step up. Okay? Somebody's got to step up and be the leader of this group. Anquan Bolden's gone. Okay? Somebody's got to fill in for that. And I don't know who that's going to be. Okay, Seattle. First things first, they got to find a starting running back to replace Lynch. Okay? It looks like it's going to be Thomas Rawls, but he got hurt last year. Let's see what happens. Is he going to be back to his old self? I hope he is, because Seattle could be in a lot of trouble if they don't have a running back this year. Second part is the line. The line, they got rid of their left tackle. They got rid of their center last offseason. So basically, who's starting on the line? That's the question. Who's going to be starting on the line? They have Justin Britt, who's probably going to be one of their guards. And that's about it. I don't know about the others. They just drafted somebody in the first round. I forgot how to say his name. I'm sorry. I forgot how to say the guy's name. I know his name. I just don't remember how to say it. So you know what I'm talking about when I say in the first round. They got somebody in the first round, but they have to figure out who's going to be starting on that line. Who knows? Okay, and finally, this defense. Is it going to take the crown again? Can it reclaim the crown of being the number one defense in the league? That honor was given to Denver last year. Can they take it again? We'll find out. I really want to see what happens this year. I think it's going to be a battle for the number one defense between Denver and Seattle, because those two defenses, they're just exciting to watch. I just think they're one of the most exciting defenses to watch in this league. And we're going to see. You know? We'll see. See ya.